Hey guys, it's Teaksy here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to my How to Improve at Demolition series here on Black Ops Cold War, guys, today for episode 9, where we're going to be doing a map breakdown of Drive-In. So, as always guys, timestamps down in the description below if there's anything in particular you want to jump to. Without further ado, let's jump straight into the breakdown. Okay guys, so as always, I'm very quickly just going to start out with the bomb positioning. So the A bomb is located, I think it's like, I can never remember it exactly, it's somewhere sort of around here. And the B bomb site is located over here, just here. So yeah, again, just in case, you know, at any point in the video you need to reference where they are, if I'm talking about them, at least you know where they're at. So we're going to start off, guys, as a defending team, which is when you spawn this side of the map. And honestly, this is the better side of the map, guys, because the attacking team are a lot easier to kind of spawn kills. So the main areas in which the attackers can spawn is mainly, the game wants to spawn them mainly back here. Sort of here, along here, they can spawn like on this wall, back in that corner, anyway, sort of here. They can spawn here in this corner, which is a bit of a weird one. I think it's like there. They can also spawn sort of here. They can spawn out as far as like along this kind of fence. And I'm pretty sure if you're really aggressive, this is the most unlikely spawn point, but I'm pretty sure they can sort of spawn either in here or as far out as kind of here. But I think those ones are quite rare. So this side of the map, guys, is really good. You want to try and keep them spawning sort of back there or back there, like in that area. You don't really want to get pushed up too much. So firstly, you can play on this head glitch here, and this can be a really good head glitch, a really overpowered head glitch to pick people up as they're coming out of spawn. You can sort of lay down, sometimes reload, and you get a little bit of a visual under there as well, even though it's quite blurry. Then you can always wrap out, pick this angle up, push up a little bit to here, kind of, you know, kill anyone running off spawn, and sometimes peek this corner. You've always got the option to run back around here and use this building. This building can be really helpful as well, because you can, you know, obviously look out of here. That's a nice little line of sight. You can sometimes peek that corner. Sometimes you'll pick people off trying to run towards the bomb site. And you can just kind of keep wrapping as well. Like you can wrap out of here, pick anyone coming out of there, come back here, wrap round here, get this angle. As long as you know your team's got control of up top or control of like the refreshments, the food kind of area, then you kind of know that you're all good. You can also play as well, guys, on, you know, in and around here. You know, you've got a nice line of sight here. If you want to be a real nerd, you can sit back here with like an LMG, like with dirty scope on it, and just sort of head glitch it. Please don't play like that, but if you want to, you can. And also you've got the option to, you can come up here. Sometimes you can pick players off from here, but also you've got a nice little view here. If you just peek this corner, you can see directly to like there, but you can also see to players that spawn in there, and you can pretty much shoot them from where I am now. You can also shoot kind of through this, and obviously again, depending on what gun you've got, if you've got a gun with a scope on, AR, LMG, even a sniper, you know, you can do a lot of damage from up here. So that's kind of the main positions to play, guys. I've run through some clips now of me on this side of the map, so you can kind of see that all in action. Okay guys, so in this first clip here, just going to kind of show you me working towards a harp, and then with the harp as well, so you can kind of see how the spawns work. So at the moment, I'm just holding the left hand side there, pick those 2 kills up, can see this guy on the spy plane, and come back to sort of the mid building. Then I push out, pick this player up, and then again I'm just retreating for a second. I can see a player on the spy plane, pick him up, and again just kind of using this mid building to kind of run around. And as you can see now with the harp up, I'm sort of pushing from left side. Look at how they're running out from spawn, and now as they're continuing to spawn in now on the radar top left, I then wrap back around here and start to push up a little bit and get a little bit more aggressive. But if you watch the radar here, guys, I do have a player spawn behind me at some point. Fortunately, he runs in a different direction, runs off, which is quite fortunate. That's just something you do have to be aware of. If you get this aggressive, that they can still get that spawn behind you. It's a bit of a rare one, but you do just have to keep an eye on it. Make sure you don't get caught out. Okay guys, so this next clip's just kind of, again, using that mid building, but starting kind of from the right side. So I pick that kill up, and I pick this flank kill up here. And then I'm kind of expecting another one of them players to possibly push back for me, because he was quite a good player. So I run around here, there he is, pick him up. Then I pick this guy up, and then at this point I get the harp, at which point I then start to get aggressive. And I wouldn't normally say you want to be here where I'm positioned at the moment, but because of when I pulled the harp in, I just kind of had to do what I could in this moment, and managed to pick a few kills up. But once the opportunity arises, I do, as you can see, wrap back and get into this mid building, because there's a little bit more cover and a little bit more you can work with from in here. And yeah, just continue to, you know, pick kills up as they come off spawn. And again, you don't want to get too aggressive, just keep letting them spawn in that mid spawn at the back of the map. Okay guys, so we're now going to do it as if we were the attacking team, which is when you spawn this side of the map. Now this side is not quite as good, guys, mainly because there's a lot of different areas. Again, it's kind of like a semicircle type thing, different areas where they can spawn. So they can spawn up as far as here in this corner on this kind of dumpster. They can spawn kind of here behind this kind of truck. Is it a truck or like more like a massive caravan? The main sort of places is spawning back there, guys. That's where you kind of want them to spawn. They can also spawn out here, and they can also spawn up as far as sort of here and here, which is why it can be quite difficult, especially playing on your own, to kind of control the spawns this side of the map. So to be fair, there's not an awful lot you can do this side of the map, guys, because like I say, you know, if you're standing here and you're trying to hold this angle down, they're going to spawn right over there. Vice versa, if you're that side of the spawn, they could spawn all the way here. So it's just kind of about, you know, playing this kind of wall here. You got a nice little view here to there. You can also see players up there. The kind of key on this side, guys, is you have to keep moving. You have to keep kind of rapping, trying to find where they're spawning, trying to just, you know, go after them rather than kind of waiting for them to come to you. You can sometimes get lucky and they'll spawn down there when you're up here. From up here as well, guys, you've got a good little view over to there because they can come out of that kind of caravan there. Especially if they spawn over there, they kind of run along there, and a lot of the time they come kind of through there. So it can be good from here to pick up some flank kills. Obviously, you've got the option to you know, come underneath here, and you just really, guys, want to kind of keep moving. You know, you can be patient with it sometimes if you're on a big street, but ultimately, you know, sometimes it can be very tedious, this map. You're waiting around for people to come to you. You know, you've just got to go looking for them. From up here, you can sometimes pick players spawning there. From up here, you can jump out of here and pick players that are spawning back there. And sometimes a nice one as well is if you're wrapping around here, be ready for it. You know, pre-aim that site. Sometimes players can be spawning like directly there. So, you know, you can play obviously in the bottom of here, guys. You know, you can play here again, like we just said, up to this window. Sometimes you can see over there. But ultimately, guys, I think it's going to probably be easier. You know, you can push up as far as this if you want. But ultimately, guys, I think it's just going to be easier for me to run some clips on this side of the map and just kind of try and show you some of the angles and some of the areas you can pick up. Because like I say, it can be quite hard to hold this area, this side of the map on your own because, you know, there's just so many places where they can spawn. Okay, guys, so this side of the map is a lot more difficult to work with. Like I said, so many places where they can spawn. But I want to show you this first clip with the harp up just to kind of give you a bit of an idea of where they're spawning. So obviously they're spawning in kind of middle spawn here. Then you'll see a couple of players top left spawn left side. They just run out of spawn and they get away from me, and that's kind of the problem with this map. It can be very hard to keep them spawning in this mid back spawn. That's kind of where you want to keep them if you can. But we're going to transition in a moment, guys, into a clip where I go on like a 10 or 11 spree, and it's quite a long clip, but I just kind of wanted to show you how much I move around the map on this side. So we start off here mid map. I've only just come off spawn and I picked that kill up, and obviously at the moment I don't have a harp or anything. I have maybe a spy plane every now and then, but I'm pretty much just going off my knowledge of the map. So I picked that guy up there, and then I'm just kind of working my way around using the edge of the map, just making sure that I've not missed anything. Probably would have heard that guy, obviously I know there's no game audio, and we're going to chase after him and pick him up. So now we're on a 3 spree. We still haven't really moved far from when we spawned in. Absolutely lovely accuracy there, not hitting any bullets. Now, normally I would say sort of left side's the way you want to push, but you can push this little angle I'm doing here kind of through mid. You just have to be a little bit careful not to get caught. And now we'll come into the enemy spawn. As you can see, very quiet at the moment, not finding much, and then we pick up a nice little flank kill there. But again, at the moment, very, very little information on kind of what's going on and where the enemy players are. Obviously, I just killed that player, and as you can see, he's nowhere to be seen. So he's probably spawned right side. Anyway, we're going to come up here. This is a good vantage point to try and get some kills. Pick up 2 kills there. It's a really good vantage point up there, guys. If you're feeling like you can't find anything in spawn, jump up there and see what you can see mid-map. So now we're transitioning all the way to the other side of the other team's spawn. And again, we're going to get a nice little flank kill here. But that was that guy that I killed a few moments ago. He obviously spawned that side of the map. He didn't care about me. He kept on pushing up. And this is the problem. Look how much I'm having to kind of hunt on this side of the map. So now we see a care package. We see that guy. We know that we're going to be able to pick the kill up over here. But like I say, guys, look how much I've moved around, and I've only kind of got 8 kills. Obviously, it's a nice little spree that I'm on, but there really isn't much I can tell you about this side of the map. You just have to be patient with it. You have to keep looking around. Obviously, we picked this guy up, and then I do believe I'm about to run into a 2-piece. But yeah, you just got to be patient, guys. You've got to know the spawn points and just try your best. Keep looking around. Use that mid-top point as a kind of vantage point. And, you know, eventually you'll kind of get used to it. wrapping around the spawn, changing positions up, and finding kills. That is going to do it for today's video, guys. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please do hit the like button down below, and if you are brand new around here and want to find your way back for more, please do consider subscribing to the channel. And as always, I hope everyone has a great day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.